Hello, I'm Harry Toozle, and today I'm going to ask you about your attitude and how that determines your altitude. It's a well-known saying for many. In case it isn't, let's just recap anyway. Your attitude, or how you intend to behave, will determine your altitude or how well you will achieve now and in the future. It's that simple. So what is attitude? We all use it. We all talk about it. Let's unpack it, let's look at it, and then look at it in such a way that you can manage it, form it yourself so that it doesn't control you, but you harness it. You control its power so that you can naturally act in a way that's going to help you achieve your goals, the goals that you find meaningful, profitable, and worthwhile. So harness your attitude. That's the focus today. Now, attitude, as I said, is simply your intention to behave in a certain way, and it comes from our emotions and our reason, the heart and the mind. Think about driving down the motorway. A car cuts you off. The emotion is to get them back, to cut them off. But self-control kicks in, reason kicks in, and we realize it's not a reasonable attitude. It is not going to serve us, and it will get us in a heap of trouble. So we don't. Now, if our attitude always is to behave in a very aggressive and negative way, then self-control will have to kick in a lot. A lot of effort will be spent on that, rather than spent on achieving your goals, on doing the right thing naturally. And that's what I'm talking about. If you have an attitude that kicks in automatically, that you do not have to check yourself, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? So let's look at your reason. Reason comes from what you believe about things. What's your beliefs? What's your feelings? These are more entrenched. These are long-lasting. They tend to hang around. They don't change a lot. Emotions, of course, kicks in very quickly, but they also dissipate. They're episodic. They happen and they go away. But beliefs and feelings is influenced by emotions, and it may be that your beliefs and feelings over time, due to emotional stresses, changes. Now ask yourself what your attitude is. What's your attitude to different circumstances, people, groups, events, work, colleagues, and so on. If you then develop an attitude that will support you to achieve the goals that's important to you, your dreams and your aspirations, that's my challenge to you this week. Do that. So on personal performance, how we treat people, think about 3 areas, events, situations where you may have a certain attitude that could do with a change. And reflect on how your attitude is formed in the beliefs you hold about things, the feelings you have about it, the emotions that you've experienced, and how that has all contributed to the attitude you may have. If you change that, you can also help others to change, by the way, and we'll get to that. Then think about this world we live in, our wonderful world. Our beliefs and feelings about the world, our country, our city, our community, and our business, our family, has a huge influence on our behavior, on our attitude. So if we have a feeling and belief that is hopeless, that will influence the development of our no hope or there's no point attitude. On the other hand, if our belief and feeling is that there's a purpose and a reason for a hope, that will influence the development of we can do this attitude. Let's do this. What a challenge this is, but it's possible to do this. That type of attitude. Which one do you want to have? I know which one I want, and I know which one is the most difficult. When it comes to business performance, what will determine the achievement of sales goals? We all want to make profit, and to make a profit, we have to make sales. So let's focus on sales. What will encourage a greater level of sales? A feeling, a belief, an attitude, where our emotions, our feelings, our beliefs is all about how bad the product is or how difficult it is to sell it, or we don't like it, or something about our product, the service we present, or is it the other one? We send clear signals to the people we deal with in our world. We try to control the signals. Don't control the signal, control the source, which is the attitude. Because people will see your body language. They will see what you do. They will hear what you say. And we say things without really always thinking. Well, they can't see our thoughts, but they can see all of that. That's signals we have. Now, if we have a great attitude towards our products, our services, ourselves, our colleagues, it's going to come across. It's going to reveal our true belief. And if we want to convey an attitude or positive belief about the product, we have to exercise tremendous self-control if we don't really have an attitude that is positive towards it. On the other hand, if there's a positive attitude, it comes across naturally without effort, and you don't become grumpy and unhappy within yourself. So, another issue in business is the motivation of people and their attitude. So don't go around pointing out people's bad attitude. Let's look at ourselves first. That's my challenge to you. But let them reflect on this themselves. Talk about their attitude, your attitude, and how it's formed, and how reflecting helps, and then help others to reflect. Because an improved attitude across the board is going to help with improved results for everyone. And with that, and with a great attitude, I wish you all the success in your business and in your life. Thanks for listening.